first ever recording of our Curse of Stride adventure, In Stride We Trust. I am Oliver, your DM for this adventure, and I will get to introducing our players in just a moment. First up, I just want to say that our audio for the first few episodes are a little rough as we get our recording equipment sorted out. I was debating whether we should reintroduce the characters and start off after the first mini-adventure, but during our early sessions there were some really interesting character stories and development that occurred, and I felt it would feel a little lacking if we started off after some of the group dynamics had been established. So don't fret, we sound better each and every week. Our official artwork is done by Bella Moscow. You can find her Instagram details in our show notes. Please check out her other art. And finally, please rate and review us on iTunes and all the other places you source your podcasts. It always helps a new show get some traction with audiences. That's all from me. Welcome to our first episode as we introduce Christiane, who plays Kimiko, Don, who plays Val, Ryan, who plays Casimir, and David, who plays Branimir. Enjoy.
Most of you don't know each other yet, in terms of characters. We will start off individually. I guess we should probably roll.
That's a fun way. Let's do it.
How are you guys going to do it?
Group roll?
Since you're together.
We roll with advantage.
Go for it. Everyone roll.
Well, everyone can roll with advantage.
Just like a straight roll?
Yep.
Nothing added.
Advantage, right?
No.
No.
3?
2?
3.
10 and 13.
That's why we are here to win.
Alright.
Oh, I not rolled a nat 20.
Don't waste them!
Yeah.
Alright, we'll start off with the brothers.
What?
Oh, which one?
The
Brothers
brother.
and sisters?
The Brothers Grimm.
Start off with your well.
Guess you're not interested. You had how much time to do that?
What?
So how about you guys start off with your names so I know how to pronounce them.
I am Branimir. Most people just call me Bran.
And I am Casimir. And people call me Kaz.
We are twins.
You just asked for names.
Oh, okay.
Let's try and give my stupid
You
brother.
can,
Oh no? We're doing full intro?
nah, we're just kind of zooming in on you as you guys are walking out of the last town you visited.
Walking. That's different to normal.
Say it's probably early in the evening.
Yes.
And there's a slight whiff of soot and ash on the air.
Are you sure we're walking?
Oh yeah, what are you guys doing?
Did we possibly cause this soot and ash?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, I think we quicken our pace and walk away from the town.
Yep. We don't have steeds. We're not fancy enough to have steeds.
Unfortunately.
They just can't cope with our lifestyle.
It's really
Your lives. Are you like the Kardashians? They can't cope.
So walking down the road, if someone was to pass you, what would they see?
Would you be leading? Would I be leading? I think I'd be leading. Because he's got heavier armor and stuff, and I'm not as burdened as he. They would see 2 tall men walking along, possibly side by side, possibly not. The one at the front being Casimir, wears a mask, and so you cannot see his face at all. He also has
Is he cloaked?
yes, he's got a cloak with a small shield on his left hand, and depending on the time of day or whatever, he has a owl familiar just chilling on his shoulder or scouting the path ahead. And then my brother would be looking like
Bran. So Bran is wearing your standard kind of basic armor. He has a shield, which is currently sitting on his back, as well as a long sword, which is currently sheathed, also on his back. Other than that, he's a muscular man, not jacked by any means, but someone who appears to be fairly athletic, able to hold his own, a solid unit, if you will. He has a kind of a golden kind of skin and silverish hair, and his eyes are pupilless. But a beautiful opalescent kind of many colors kind of vibe kind of happening there.
That's what people can see without a mask. I wonder what's beneath the mask.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
He has to be covered, his face, just in case.
Gotta block out the haters.
So
Actually, what?
we'll say it's early evening as you hurry down the road. How far would you plan to go before you made camp, or would you try and travel through the night? Like, what's your plan after what happened in the last little village?
We can cast the cantrip light and continue on our path.
Yes, so we're quite used to traveling and being on the road.
Yep.
We're also pretty good at just kind of finding a good place to camp outdoors as well. We carry kind of bow rolls with us and kind of all the kind of essential gear to really kind of set up camp anywhere.
Yep.
Pretty resourceful in that sense. So presumably we've got a bit of a kind of a map, or perhaps maybe some hearsay from the town that we just left from, and we're kind of meandering in that direction with no particular kind of urgency.
Except to make sure that if someone was to be chasing us, they might not be able to find us.
Kaz is covering our tracks.
Yes. I have the cantrip mold earth, so if we would be leaving dirty footprints or that, I would just
flattens it out.
Yeah.
Are you traveling on the road, or are you going
we would,
off
yeah,
track?
follow
Okay.
probably the road, because we're just trying to find the next town, whatever it is. We don't know exactly what we're aiming for, but yeah, we just go from town to town, trying to find evil and vanquish it.
Alright, so you guys travel on for a few hours and it starts to really become nighttime. You guys going to press on, or are you going to camp?
Any I guess we would look around to see if there's any suitable kind of areas to
Yeah, I'd
perhaps set up some sort of a camp.
send my owl out to find some spot to locate a nice place to rest, I guess, for the night.
Something with a bit of
If we
cover.
put enough distance away from the town, yeah, we'll probably go off-road a little bit in
Yeah.
that stage.
Well, you doubt villagers would probably follow you during the night.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys find a nice enough spot. Your owls by your side. You guys light a fire, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Light another
Yeah.
fire?
Is it cold enough for a fire? Do we need
Do you
it?
want hot food, or are you just going to plonk down and...
If we walk for that long, probably just go straight to sleep.
Yeah. Are you going to leave a watch?
Oh yeah. Sleep, bro.
Is it familiar after sleep?
I don't think so.
It's an owl.
It's magic.
It's night time. Boom! Yeah, we'll take turns. I'll stay up first,
Okay.
and I'll keep watch.
Sounds good.
Bran, on your, let's say your second watch, let's say you woke Kaz up and then he had a watch and woke you back up to keep up for a while. You see this mist start to roll in around you.
Okay.
I mean, you've seen fog and stuff before, but this it keeps building up and keeps building up. You're not particularly near like an ocean or something where you expect it, and it keeps building and building. You play around with it, like you cast light on the stone and you throw it in, and it doesn't seem to like reflect as much as you'd think it would. You just seem to be this. Your campsite seems to be kind of clear, but everything around your campsite just it seems to be shrouded in this mist.
Right. I kind of pull out my kind of shield and just have it on my arm, and I go to try to kind of quietly wake up Kaz.
Wake up and be like, "What is it, brother?"
There appears to be an unusual fog building up around the camp. It's not quite normal. Something weird about it. It seems to be kind of surrounding us. What do you think?
I'll do a perception check.
Oh, yeah, sure, okay.
And then I'll also be like, don't you have paladin powers that you kind of sense stuff?
I do.
I think that's like a 6.
I figured if it was some sort of magics that you might be able to ascertain the type of magics, since you are much more skilled in the magic arts than I am.
Ooh.
This is correct, my brother. But this is no magic fog.
Yeah, you guys can't see anything through the fog. You can't make out where you are.
I'll try my divine sense. So as an action, I can try to detect good and evil. I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. Yeah.
Behind a tree.
I'll give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot.
Ooh, you
Concentrate and see if I can sense anything.
You kind of sense evil, but not in like a. It's not trying to harm you. It's not like going for you.
Okay.
It's like lava's not evil. It just burns everything it touches.
Yeah. So I don't sense any malice.
No. Yeah. Exactly.
But just a bit of kind of dark vibes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As he's doing that, I would like to start molding the earth to make a moat around us.
Sure. And we're gonna swap over to Done. Val.
Val.
What?
All that backstory is nothing really life.
Yeah, this is the campaign. It's over, guys. Val.
Yes.
So we kind of come in on you tracking something through the forest near your hometown. You found some large footprints in the mud around kind of the base of some trees, and you're in process of tracking them. So, if someone were to spy on you, what would they see, Val?
Well, if they were to see Val, they would see a hooded dragonborn, very tall dragonborn, around 6'1", around there. Yeah, and he'd normally be wearing like scale armor as well. Yeah, he is a bronze dragon. Yeah, so and he would be having a longbow as well, a couple of short swords, and has a breath weapon as well. Yeah, so that's what they'd see.
So you bend down to the mud and you start following these footprints. It looks like a 4-footed animal. Some pretty deep gouges. It's got like an odd number of toes. You haven't really seen this kind of footprint before.
Right.
And they seem to lead kind of deeper into the forest, but not really towards kind of the orc territory which you kind of patrol between. So it kind of leads off in a different direction towards like the more mountainous.
Yeah.
What would you be doing?
I think I try to like follow it to where it's going and like just try to perceive what's around like the footprints as well.
Yeah.
I'm doing an investigation check on that as well. +3, 7. Oh my gosh.
Funny you should say perceive around it because as you kind of move a little more, you see another set of footprints beside it. And these are kind of like the more orc footprints, which you know and have followed before. But you can't tell if they seem to move in the same direction, but you can't tell if they were there at the same time walking side by side or if they were, one came earlier or later or if they're together or apart. But yeah, it just keeps traveling in further towards the woods.
Further towards the woods, yeah. So this kind of slightly alarms Val as well because he knows around from his home fortress of the Calyx, like there being new incursions as well from monstrosities and orcs. So yeah, so he follows his senses and wants to, find out more if there's some sort of relationship between the two. So I'll try to follow the tracks.
Awesome. You travel further into the woods. You're prepared as a ranger. You've got like food and bed, and you're ready to travel for weeks if you need to. And as you kind of descend more into the valley, following the footprints, you also seem to descend into this kind of mists. Again, it's not really something you see often in the forest. You see mist every now and then, but as you're traveling kind of further into the woods, not the direction you're so accustomed to, you start to get lost in this mist as well.
Can I still see like the footprints?
Yeah.
As well? Okay, so I will keep following the footprints as, like even though I don't know what's around me, but I will have my bow.
Yep.
And like ready for anything. So.
As this mist gets thicker and thicker, your hearing seems to be a little off. Occasionally, you can hear that it kind of like a crackling sound, almost like a fire.
Yeah.
And once or twice, like on the very, very edge of the hearing, every time you hear it, you kind of turn towards it and it's gone. You can hear some, like, you think you hear screaming.
Val tries to look around for any, if there's like a rock or anything around that he could throw in the general direction of the sound.
Yeah, you can find a rock or a stick.
So, yeah,
or an arrow if you want to
Yeah.
waste it.
I want to save my arrows, so I just want to use a rock now.
Yep.
So I just lob it at the direction of the noise that he hears it on the second. That he hears that noise.
Alright. You throw the rock through the mist, and it's gone. You don't hear it land. It's just like it left your hand, hit the mist, and it's gone.
Right. Ooh.
And now we're gonna go to Himiko.
Kimiko. Alright, so Kimiko is a monk. Shall I talk about backstory?
No, not a lot.
Not yet? Okay.
Just if someone was to, okay, first of all, you're in a monastery.
Yeah.
Is that like in a city, or is it outside a city, or is it like
outside a city,
completely in the country? Like
it's more of like a nomadic monastery away from.
So like in the deep mountains.
Yeah.
Kind of away from most civilization.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So if someone was to walk by, what would they see when they see you?
They just see just a normal, simple looking monk, just with no armor. She is a 25-year-old lady, half elf, and she's quite polite when she sees people, passing by. She says hello and stuff like that, but she doesn't really reveal a lot of herself. She's holding a quarterstaff.
Yeah.
And she's got a short sword on the side, and a slingshot, which no one can really see. But yeah, just a quarterstaff.
Yeah.
And her simple monk-like clothes.
Awesome. You come to the end of the day and a day of training, practice your quarterstaff, walk up the mountain, collect the water, all that kind of stuff. You go down to bed, get ready for the night, and the head monk, Takeshi, comes and asks to speak with you privately for a moment before you head off to sleep. With the other monks, you would sleep in this common room, everyone would just sleep, but he has a more private area, so he kind of pulls you away.
I get a bit nervous.
He brings you into the room and you see a backpack and a quarterstaff that's kind of not more advanced because it's a stick, but more finished and polished and more ornate than your training stuff.
Yeah.
He sits you down and pours you some tea, and he says, I'm very sorry to pull you away like this, but we have to speak. Some of the monks have returned from gathering supplies from the nearest village and towns, and they've heard people asking, mentioning your name and looking for someone, and we're afraid that the people looking for your family may have found you. And as much as we've raised you and we've cared for you, I don't think that I want to put the others in danger if someone comes for you.
Oh. Right. So at this point, I'm trying not to cry, doing my best, because I don't really know where to go. So I look at him directly, but all I really want to do is just run away from this room, and cry myself to sleep. But I hold my head up high and I go, I understand, and that would probably mean I need to leave. Right? So I get a bit nervous.
Yes. I wish we had the people to defend ourselves from threats like this, but don't worry. We're not going to send you away empty-handed. And he goes across the room and he grabs the backpack full of supplies and the finished it's almost like the quarterstaff someone would get if they graduated from being an apprentice to a master.
I thought I said a princess to a master. A princess! Okay, cool.
And he lays them down in front of you, and he also pulls out a scroll with a letter and directions to people they know, another temple of a different order, but somewhere that has much more of a battle focus than they're more of research.
Right.
And he says, if you present this letter to the master there, they will take you in with no problems and be able to protect you and teach you more about the art of war than we ever could.
Okay.
But I hope you can accept these gifts and this responsibility that I have to put on you.
Yeah. So I kneel on the ground, just do like the most respectful bow, and I go, "Thank you for looking after me," and then I leave the room.
He says before you leave, and he goes to like another drawer and he pulls out a small bag with some gold for you.
Okay.
And he says, "Please take this. It'll help you a long way."
How much is in the bag?
15 gold pieces. So it's nighttime, and you leave the temple down like the dark mountainous road. And again, it's not long that you travel and a mist starts to envelop around you.
Right.
What do you do?
I panic. I freak out. I can't really see anything. I try and get my staff ready and my short sword on the other hand, and I go, who goes there? But I don't really know what's going on. But I still try and.
Are you still traveling, or like are you running? Are you stopping? Are you?
I'm trying to walk away from the mist, but I don't really know whether.
It's just like pouring down the mountain around you.
Yeah.
Like not. It's kind of weird. There's like kind of a few meters in front of you that's like clear, and then it just starts to become like a wall. Like
Wow.
wherever you move forward, and like the circle around you seems to be kind of non-mist, and then it just starts to like thicken into like this wall of mist.
Right.
So you can still move, but you don't make any, like there's no holes in the mist. You just seem to like have this force field around you as you keep walking.
So I start to just get ready, but I'm still kind of walking, but not really in a fast speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so as you walk, the road below you, beneath you,
Yeah.
starts to like become like a cobblestone, which is weird because mountain roads are just like rock and like dirt path. And Val, the same as you move forward a little bit, suddenly you're walking on like pavement in the middle of this forest, and it's like dead flat. And you keep walking, and then you suddenly see this fire just ahead, and then the mist kind of clears in like a U shape, and the four of you are standing in a clearing together. Everyone's got their weapons drawn.
Yeah, literally, like, oh.
Did my like molding earth just kind of stop?
Like it's with this weird little circle ditch around them.
Does anyone trip on the ditch?
Is everyone okay? Everyone alright?
Yeah. Val's still like with his bow cautiously drawn. Is like, identify yourselves.
Here we go, brother. I am Casimir, and this is my brother Branimir. Please identify yourself, skinny one.
We had camp set up here.
Yeah, camp
You're
set
the
up.
one coming here.
Well, I'm where I need to be in my element. I'm one of the trackers around here. I am Val Dardendarian.
Oh.
If you
Bella Dallandarian.
Dardendarian. Yeah, try not to laugh at my people's heritage. I know our language can seem very rough and tumble to other humanoids as yourselves, but yes, but I come from a very respected family back home. But I'm here tracking a quarry of mine.
Sorry, you're tracking a mine?
No, my quarry.
No, you said a quarry.
My quarry. My quarry is mysterious tracks of orc and probably a deer of some sort. But you two don't look like it.
No, we are not deers.
No.
Yeah,
No, that's not-
unless you two are some sort of conjurers of some sort and have laid some sort of trap for me. So.
We lay no traps, but I will say that I did feel like I sensed something amiss in the area. I'm not quite sure what it was. Perhaps it is this beast that you are tracking.
Perhaps. Perhaps it's a magical type of beast. But yes, I think something is just amiss, but there is a mist literally around us. Yeah, so I think we should probably hang around and see, if there's some sort of strange magic afoot around this weird and dark forest.
So,
And also,
yes.
Who is this lady? Is she traveling with you?
No,
She's not traveling with us.
no, she's no.
So,
Are you bold, by the way?
no,
She got tough nut.
got a top knot.
Okay.
Yeah, top.
I can roll with that.
So I am Kimiko. I was just traveling, and this is where I end up. I don't know why I'm here. All of a sudden, I was just walking in the woods, trying to go somewhere, and ended up on this cobblestone, and I don't know how I got here.
Can I do an investigation on her to see if she looks like a traveler? Because I'm assuming she's not
You don't need to roll for that.
mad.
She's got simple clothes. She's got a backpack full of supplies.
But like wear and tear on shoes and stuff, because like we've been on the road for ages, so we would look disgruntled. I'm assuming he's dirty as.
I know how to
See
keep
if her
myself
story's
tidy.
checked out. Okay.
Wait, you're a monk. Are you barefoot?
No.
She wears those straws like
I wear shoes because I'm not a hobo.
Yeah.
She wears
Actually, you are a hobo. You just gotta
No.
She's a very
I'm
rich
a
hobo with a bag of gold and probably Birkenstocks.
and highly trained in the martial arts.
In the martial arts.
Okay. Right. So, is it safe to assume that you are a ranger if you're a tracker of some sort?
Yes, I'm
Right.
a ranger.
What's around us? Did this mist lift,
Um,
or are we in woods, or
You kind
you said that we're on rock now?
Yeah, so you're on like a cobblestone path. You can see some trees either side. Ranger, you can do me a nature check. Actually, you can all do a nature check.
Nature check.
Nature check.
Nature.
Ooh, that's good.
Natura.
13 for me.
16.
10.
18.
Nice. All of you see. this yeah. The trees around are not the same kind of trees that were there when you left. Well, Kimiko was in a mountain, and now this is like a flat ground with some neat trees on the side of the road. Val was in a forest, and these are definitely not the same kind of trees that were around here.
No.
And you guys are camped in a forest, and these trees, again, definitely not the same variety that you had.
Is our campfire still with us?
Sure.
Awesome.
We go back to bed. You guys can sort yourself. No, well, I would suggest let's follow this path.
Yeah.
It's odd that we are here now.
Yeah.
Let's find out where it leads.
Yeah.
Most unusual.
Brennan, you go first.
Sure.
And then I
wait, now, Kimiko, where was it that you were heading? Perhaps you were almost there.
I'm headed to a monastery.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never been there before, but I've got a map
Right.
on how to get there.
And why would a monk leave their own sanctuary, their own temple, to go to another?
I don't think I can trust you guys enough to tell you my story, but it's something that involves my safety.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure you could be safe around me as well.
Maybe with a nice cup of
I've heard
tea.
that before.
Yeah.
I
Well.
would tell you, but at this point, I just want to get somewhere safe.
Right. I can accompany you as a ranger. It is our duty to have a look at all the outposts and and keep safe all the wayfarers around, country towns and roads and
Hey, that's us.
yeah.
Would you show them the map?
I would.
You would?
Yeah.
An accomplished ranger such as Val here could probably work out where to head on that map. Probably-
I'm pretty sure I could read the map and
So you take the map, and it's an entire region you're not familiar with.
This is way beyond my scope here, but
so much. So
This is-
very distant lands.
very distant lands around here. And trust me, we rangers do have a broad range where we track. But yeah, I think this is new and uncharted territory we're headed to. So, yeah, but you can-
Yes.
yeah, but we could do it together. And
Yeah, I've never
road
been
track.
there myself, so this is an adventure for me.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you guys have packed up your tent and start to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be slowly
Yeah.
packing up my tent as this
Yeah.
discussion's going on.
I don't have a tent or a bedroll. We were taking turns.
Oh.
That's fine.
I'm meant to pick one up at that town. And a water ski.
Alright. You guys follow. You walk down this path. It you kind of hear echoes around as you walk, but the fog seems to want to keep you on this path. And as you keep walking, you start to hear some crying. Again, you hurry a few steps and you see a house.
Whoa, that is some scary house.
Yeah.
It's a 4-story
It's a big house.
Victorian house.
Manor.
Well,
Um,
Not that I would know what a Victorian house is, but that's how it looks like.
probably is.
You've been to Victoria?
What?
They have lovely beers.
Who is this Victoria? Speak up.
and out the front of the house, you see 2 children. A
Oh.
little girl and a smaller boy.
Are they holding hands like in that movie? But they're twins and 2 little girls with a blue dress. Ah, Dr. Sleep is shining.
No,
Is it still nighttime?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, that's scary.
The little boy is kind of weeping and clutching a little soft toy, and the girl, who's still a child but a bit older, is comforting him.
And they're just outside.
Yeah, they're on the front step of the.
Can we see any other buildings?
Yeah,
by
the
the
lights
way?
on, I don't-
Or
You can't see any lights on, and you can't see any buildings just because of the mist.
right.
Whoa, that is scary. What have we gotten ourselves
Yeah.
into, guys?
Well,
I think if I see the children, I approach.
us brothers walk up.
Yeah. I'll be like,
I'm not far behind either. Yeah.
Just imagine you guys walking perfectly in unison, both bending down at the same time.
Ending? Why are we bending?
Because you guys are
Because they're kids, you're tall.
Oh, well, we haven't got there yet. But yes, when we arrive. I know what you mean.
and so we approach the children and be like,
You're better with the kids.
all right. It's like, young children, are you okay? Is everything all right?
The little girl holding on to the little boy looks up at you and says, "There's a monster in our house."
I immediately start running into the house.
Oh, okay. I'm like, end of campaign. What house?
Dimension door. Oh wait.
It's just credits.
Yeah. I'll
monster.
Wait, do you live in this house? By the
like
way?
to
Is
the
this
door,
your
not
house?
running in.
Yeah. Yeah. So we live here.
Where are your parents?
They're still inside. They were keeping the monster in the basement, and our little brother's in there too somewhere. Can you help? We don't want to go back there.
Sure, young one.
Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. You
Yes.
parents.
Yeah.
Two
What are
parents
your names?
and one kid.
Yeah.
One other kid.
Okay. Cool.
Is anybody else in the house?
That's all we know.
What kind of monster is this?
I've never seen it. I've just heard it.
What did it sound like, child?
I'm so scared.
Awesome.
I just grabbed a pillow.
We just hear it's like screams in the night.
Your parents are not very good.
Have you seen this monster before?
No.
I start to kind of run up to them.
No, we've never seen it.
Randomly, let's go.
Right. I think
Basement, right?
Let's bust this door open.
It's like
I already got that.
Boom.
I think the children should stay. Should someone watch the children, or should we?
I think there should be two of us to watch the children.
Or do we leave them with?
He's the monster hunter.
Yeah.
We vanquish evil.
Yeah.
You seem like the mother kind of type.
Well, I guess me and Val can watch the children.
I think I'd be more suited to hunting this.
Oh.
He is a trained hunter, and I would appreciate his skills in
Yes.
facing whatever lies in that house.
I'm pretty sure you're
Okay.
skilled enough to.
So
if you can hide behind
Or
the
perhaps,
bush. Yeah.
or if we can get the children to some sort of shelter, or
I watched the children, but I've never been this far away from the monastery for a long time, so I just kind of got them. Yes.
will you be alright if we head in first?
I raise my left hand to this guy and then make a square pit for them to kind of sit in.
I'm scared. This is turning to like the Silence of the Lambs.
So you're digging like a bit of a hole, so it's like a trench, so they can kind of
can't
like
see, yeah.
warm themselves in. yes.
It'll have a ramp, so if you need to run, you can run up the ramp to get out of it. But I'm doing that from the doorway because I'm like, let's go.
Well, maybe if we can make a little makeshift cover, they can kind of just hide there while we
They
all
can
go
do
in.
that.
So,
Well, I'm pretty sure you guys got blankets as well.
so just in front
yes,
of
yeah.
the. I'll put up the next. Just in front of the entrance is like a little stoop, and they're happy to sit there. You don't have to dig a hole for them.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Too late.
But just like a gate, and then that's the front door.
Right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, I guess we should get tokens.
Is there anything that we can maybe like if we all head in maybe then is there something we can give them so they can kind of signal us or just ask them to yell out or something they can make a noise with?
If anything comes out, scream. Loudly.
Yeah.
This is why I'm looking with kids. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So so we tell them that look, we are going to head in and investigate and save your parents and your brother. Was it brother or sister? Brother.
Brother. Baby brother.
We'll save your sibling, and but we'll have to head inside to do that.
Yes.
Do
Let's go.
the kids look well looked after?
Oh, yes. Good point.
They
Are they
look
raggedy
like
or are they kind of normal?
Are they malnourished or
they're well
fully
dressed, but
Is the boy
they
this-
do look a little thin.
Is the boy in a sailor outfit?
Oh, are they in sailor outfits? And okay, are they
Golden
very
locks.
malnourished? Like they look like
Not very well nourished, but they're not like beefy. They're a little gaunt. They're a little thin around the cheeks.
do they sunken cheeks?
A little bit.
Okay,
Alright.
so okay, cool. So I just stay with the kids in this pit.
Yeah.
Makes me look
Or
like
just
a
on the side,
being
yes.
fed
The front
by
door,
the
yeah.
silence of the lambs. Collector.
Oh, yeah. May I also ask, well, what are your names, young ones?
My name is Rose, and this is my little brother Thorn.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Rose and Thorn.
And
Well, your parents must be very
Enchanting.
creative. But yes, we will find your parents and let them know that you two are safely with us.
what is the name of your brother in case we come across him?
His name is Walter.
Walter.
He copped out.
Oh. Walter Roastel.
I think he's on the top floor, the third floor. That's where his room is.
How old is Walter?
He's a baby.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
Right. Well, we best head in quickly.
Yes.
Time is of the essence.
Try to find the room with the crib. Best chances it might be there.
But the monster's in the basement, is it not? Should we not go straight there?
Unless the crib's in the basement.
Am I familiar with the kids? Keep an eye on them.
yeah.
Ah.
You're familiar, can signal us if anything is amiss
Yeah,
outside.
I'm pretty sure I can communicate telepathically with me.
Yeah.
Or we can just fly into the window.
I don't want to be here.
So at this stage, I would bend down to them and be like, "This is Floki. Take care of you. He will take care of you."
So what was the name?
Oh, Floki.
Floki. Ah, good Floki.
Lukey.
Floki. Floki the owl?
Floki the familiar.
The familiar.
It's a low key good name.
So the owl. So you give it to them.
Not hand it to them, but like
Leave that
put
out.
him somewhere.
Chop.